Hello, hoi doorzetters. Today I was thinking about how to deal with moments where I have very low motivation. And I'm just going to give an example. There are some videos that I would really like to publish on the channel that require quite a lot of work and preparation. And they require a lot of steps, and I can't just make them in a day. So I need a lot of motivation and energy to make them. But I find it very difficult to do so. So I've been thinking about the concept of positive feedback loops and how I can use them to keep myself motivated. So we'll now demonstrate the concept of positive feedback in a drawing animation that I did earlier. Enjoy. So you have a tortoise here, and the tortoise wants to get to this massive, amazing, luscious piece of cabbage or whatever they like. And basically, the problem is the tortoise knows that he moves pretty slowly and it's a long distance from the cabbage, which can be pretty daunting. However, what the tortoise notices is that there is a very small piece of lettuce on the ground on the way to the cabbage, which is a little bit in front of him. So he decides to invest a little bit of energy to get to this piece of lettuce. So he goes to this piece of lettuce and he munches on this. And then he gets a feeling of satisfaction and reward for having done that. And that gives him motivation to carry on. So he keeps going. And then he picks up a bit more lettuce along the way, which is great. So he enjoys that, keeps going, gets more motivation coming back to him to keep moving forward. And this continues. As he gets closer, he's moving consistently closer, the lettuce gets bigger and bigger, and he can start to smell the lettuce as it gets closer. And that makes him look forward to getting the lettuce, so he starts to salivate. And he can see it, so he's getting more motivation. So that allows him to keep going, and he keeps moving forward until he gets the lettuce. And that's an amazing achievement there. So from ChatGPT, I've got a definition of positive feedback loop. So it says here, a positive feedback loop is a process in which the output of a system amplifies or reinforces the system's initial conditions or actions, creating a self-reinforcing cycle. Essentially, the effects of a small change in the system lead to an even greater change in the same direction, often accelerating the process over time. So I wanted to give some examples of this. So for these complicated videos that I would like to make, if I break them down into smaller chunks and do each chunk separately or each task separately, I will get a feeling of achievement, which is actually linked to the hormone dopamine, that will then make me want to continue, and it will reinforce those behaviors, increasing the chance of me doing the other steps that will lead to making the video. Also, this video, which takes me literally 2 minutes to make, of very low production value, it's a small investment of my efforts, but it will lead to a feeling of reward after finishing this task, which will then feed back to my brain wanting me to continue making videos. Positive feedback loops can be used in constructive ways, but unfortunately they can be associated with destructive things like addiction as well. So I think it's good for us to think about how we can use positive feedback loops in a healthy, productive, positive way. And I just want to draw a quick diagram to demonstrate the positive feedback loops in achieving a task. Blijf doorzetten, doorzetters, and have a look at this diagram.